Hey GED students, it's GED question of the daytime and we're playing two truths and a lie. It says one of the statements below is a lie. Can you spot the fraud? So we are looking for something where this equal sign, well, it's not true. It's not true that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So let's take a look. Let us look at the expression on the left-hand side of this equation in A. So let's take a look at this expression. 12 divided by 2 times 3. So remember that according to the order of operations, we're supposed to work any groupings first. Well, I don't see any groupings down there. No parentheses, no brackets, no fraction bars to group things or inside of anything. Yeah, no groupings. Next thing we're supposed to work on is exponents. Those are those little floating numbers and their opposites, the radicals, and I don't see any of those either. And so then the next step to the order of operation is multiplication and its inverse. Guys, what's the inverse of multiplication? Well, it's division. Okay, so those two are part of the same step of the order of operations. And look, that's what I have going on in my problem. I have both division and multiplication. So a lot of students who memorize that acronym that I don't use, just for this very reason, PEMDAS tells me that multiplication happens before division. And I'm like, that's not true, guys. I'm sorry. Multiplication and division are part of the same step. When you have math that's part of the same step, the wise thing to do is to work from left to right. From left to right, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's start with 12 divided by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And now that we've done that, we can do our final math. 6 times 3 is 18. So it looks like this first one's a lie. I should have gotten 18 and not 2. Let's simplify the others just to make sure. So let's try B. So B says 2 times the quantity of 5 minus 4 raised to the 4th power. And again, we will use the order of operations to make sure we're simplifying in the correct order. So start with any groupings. And I do see a grouping right here inside of parentheses. Those have been grouped inside of the parentheses. So 5 minus 4 is 1. I'll start there. Now careful, I'm not done with those parentheses. They're still telling me to take that whole number, raise it to the 4th power, and to times by 2. So I'll keep my parentheses. Next thing I'm supposed to do after groupings is exponents, any exponents. I sure do see an exponent there is a little floating right number. So now this is the next part of the expression we should deal with, 1 to the 4th power. Now if you're not sure what 1 to the 4th power is, you can come off here on your side work and write it out. That means 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. No matter how many times I multiply 1 times 1, I only get 1. So let's see, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is just 1. And now, finally, after exponents, I should do any multiplication. And I see that multiplication. 2 is shoved up against 1 with only a parentheses in between. They are multiplying. 2 times 1 is 2. That one sure did come to 2. It's not a lie. Okay, now let's simplify the last example. And I need to give myself some room, y'all. Okay, the expression on the left here, is 15 minus 14 plus 1. So we said the first step to the order of operations is groupings, none of them here. Then exponents, I don't see any of those either. Then multiplication and its inverse division. And then finally addition and its inverse subtraction. So both of these operations that I see here, subtraction and addition, are part of the same step because those are inverses. Their inverses are always part of the same step. And so we said the wise thing to do when you're working on the same step is to work left to right. Okay, so let's try it. 15 minus 14 is 1. And if I were to add 1 to that, I would get 2. So this sure does come to 2. Check, that's correct. The lie here is A, like we said. All right, if you have any questions about this or any other GED math concept, be sure to drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it.